Welcome everybody to another YouTube exclusive Danganronpa episode. We are currently looking for the killer, or at least trying to figure out who the heck could have done something like this. Let's keep it going, guys. Here we go. So I believe we're gonna go out of the room, and we're gonna try and find the other two suspects. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Wait, can I not leave? Oh, maybe we have to, like, actually say that we're leaving. There we go. Those other two probably went back to their rooms. Alright, so it would be Toko and Hiro. Damn, look at all these corpses. Sayaka. Byakuya is still around. Junko. Toko. How many times have we knocked on this door, ladies and gents? I pressed the doorbell, and after a few seconds...
Nani?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Nani? 何なの?
深川さんに戻ってたんだね。ジェノサイダーじゃなくて。
あいつの話しないでよ。気分が悪くなるじゃない。せっかく楽しい気分なのに。
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
あのさ、ちょっと話があるんだけど、今いいかな。
Obviously annoyed, Toko slid out into the hall.
なんの用よ。
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me that she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? Ah, I just said two, didn't I? Oh, I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go to see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section. Chiro, Celeste, Aoi, Sakura, R.I.P. This is Sakura's room. ... Leon, Hiro. I pressed the doorbell, and after a few seconds... What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check on something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened within you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention like the others like in passing. Oh man, I hope he didn't do it. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went to meet with Sakura. No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious. The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then. Well, while I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets. Sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Mama.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the truth bullet section. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have something to do with the chem lab. So where should I start? Yeah, where should you start, Makoto? Alright, here we go, guys. So we're gonna head on up and see what we can do. I'm gonna pour some coffee while we're doing this. I can do two things at once, right? Maybe? Possibly? Sorta? There we go. Wait, so the chem lab is not on this floor though, right? Class 2B, library, yeah. I want to say it was on the 4th floor. That's the data lab. Office. Headmaster. Chem. Alright, there's some definite stuff going on here. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. This isn't the first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look. It looks like the 3 shelves have been connected together to make one big shelf. But more important right now, what's the powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Okay, so there was a marking on the pill bottle. I don't think we can look at our clues yet, though. I think it was marked as C, if I'm correct. Oh, truth bullets. Okay, here we go. Pill bottle, A2, Chem A2. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait! There's one bottle here labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put this here on accident? Yeah, and we saw A2 on that shelf actually too. And it was a different looking bottle. So on this shelf is, it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Oh, they're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... Ugh, one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. I should try and find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Chem Lab shelf has been added to the Truth Bullet section. Oh, is there stuff on the bottom too? Oh no. Somebody stepped in poison, or in whatever that was. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like it's a bottle that had a label, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled. Oh, then this powder must have been spilled. That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the protein powder has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. It better not leave a footprint. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me? So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints had only business in the leftmost shelf. They came in, they went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Well, then these prints really are a valuable clue. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder! I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Alright. Aha! Nice! Good stuff. Makoto, I admit, you have a good eye for spotting useful clues, but you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Alright, so the rec room's gonna be one floor down. Let's go. Here we go. Oh wait. Is it down here? It might be on the second floor. No, I think it's on this floor. This is it.
Ne.
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying. Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Alright. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body. Staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
ね
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times... Ugh, I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
そうね
That's totally normal. Well then how can you...
それは
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
ね
More importantly, look here. Her shoes.
そう
You see the yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
なるほどね
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder!
ね
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just
どう
explain.
やら
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows.
ええ
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
そう
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one. So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. So no blood on the hands means that she didn't try any self-defense, I guess. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new. Oh, well, there's 2 missing.
ね
How about that? So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Alright, so we got a pawn, a rook, a bishop, a king. The queen is missing. And she got hit with the knight. Maybe it's a metaphor? Maybe Sakura was the knight. Hold on, does this make sense? Who's the king? Byakuya? The pawn is probably Makoto. That means someone considers themselves to be the queen. Because we only have this many people left, right? Or is that not right? No, there's 7 left, not 6. Then I don't know. But the queen is missing, just all in all, the queen is missing. And the knight is the one that hit Sakura over the head. A correlation. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
それは
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottle.
ね
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
とにかく
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like
別
that?
にいいじゃない
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And then obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
じゃあ
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Alright, I think I know what's going on. And just as I finished up... Sorry to
Yeah.
keep you waiting. Is everything okay? Then let's get to work. Alright, so before she tells us what it is, I think it's going to be that there's fragments of 2 bottles. I think that the queen bottle has also been broken. That was a second blow to her head. But somebody probably took the queen piece. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
つまり
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done. So it's going to weigh more. The broken one's going to weigh more than the... if my theory is correct. First, let's compare the weight of the 2 normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced, which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
じゃ
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
あじゃ
Okay, then let's give it a try. Aha! Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
あやっぱり
Just as I thought. What?
つまり
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
ね
And I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm a pretty good detective, wouldn't you say? Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Miss Muscle appears. Cosplay King. This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
ね
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Oh! This is... On one of the pages, near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold letters. And it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
そう
Well, then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
それは
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
だけど
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking.
ね
Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. But then she's the killer, right? Well, it hadn't been confirmed yet.
許せない
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. Well, I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message. See, the interesting thing is that if she invites Toko to meet with her, it's not just Toko who could potentially have killed her, but also Genocide Jack. So, Genocide Jack was the one who discovered the crime scene, but didn't recognize the scene of the crime that well. But Toko was in a really bad mood. So it might be that not Genocide Jack, but specifically Toko has killed her. I would believe that. It still seems a little too easy, though.
おっと寝てたお前らの操作が退屈すぎて寝ちゃってたよやっちゃうよいいっすかやっちゃってもいいっすかじゃあ学級裁判を始めます学校エリア1階にある赤い扉にお入りくださいぷぷぷじゃあ後でね
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... The ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
何
What the? Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy. And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it looks super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? Crying face. He's right, that does make it seem sad. Now then, please get on the elevator. Ugh. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it. I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? I don't think I'm acting casual. I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? Oh crap, guys. Alright, it's time for another class trial to begin, but that's going to start on the next one. Guys, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching the show. This is another YouTube exclusive Danganronpa episode. These come out every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, so keep your eyes on this channel if you want to see more. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.